everyone. This is Queen Pedii with Queen Pedii Rights, and today I have for my next installment of Surviving COVID, Sean Holland. Yay.
Hello.
All right. So, my first question for you is, where are you located?
I'm located in East Greenbush, New York.
So, how close or how far is that from New York City?
I would say about 4 hours.
Okay. So you weren't in like the epicenter at all.
No, I'm basically upstate New York.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Cool. All right. So when you first heard
Mhm.
that COVID-19 had hit New York City, what were your first thoughts?
Oh my gosh. No, that's literally my reaction.
Yeah.
It just everything that they were telling us about it, it just was racking my brain. I even developed anxiety
Mhm.
from hearing about it and hearing how fast it was hitting and stuff like that. So it kind of hit me pretty hard, and yeah, I had to get some anxiety medicine because I was so scared of it.
Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, you definitely were affected by this whole news. That's,
Most definitely.
ooh, okay. So what, how much of a good job do you think that Cuomo did for New York City in particular?
I think he did an excellent job. I think he went about it the way it should be went about. And, of course, you got people that don't want to listen. But I think he did an excellent job. And he's still doing an excellent job in my view.
Okay. Okay, so my next question for you is, were you wearing masks and gloves and protecting yourself?
Outside the house, yes, I definitely was. Inside, I felt safe. But,
Mhm.
when I went to work and stuff like that, I definitely had, all the stuff that was required
Yeah.
to have on.
Okay. So, what is your job? Like, what do you do for a living?
I'm an assistant manager, but the title would be DSP, Direct Support Professional. We work with special needs adults,
Okay. All right.
wheelchair bound things, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay, that sounds very interesting. So, um, where do you think that you actually caught COVID from?
Well, it definitely came from work.
Mm, okay.
It
Oh,
definitely came from work. One of the guys, you know, I they said it started. They tracked back for me.
mhm,
It was a shift that I did, and one of the guys had it. And the Thursday of that date that they gave me, I started feeling like I was catching a cold.
mm,
I thought it was, because I sit under air conditioning all the time. So, but by that Sunday, I came home and I just passed out. Like I was hot. I mean, I was sweating. I really couldn't keep my eyes open,
oh wow.
and I just passed out on the couch, and then really didn't wake up till the next day. And yeah, I had to call out that day, and then they called me that Tuesday and told me that I was around a positive case, and then I got tested that Tuesday.
Okay. So I want to go back to how you were saying that it felt like a cold. So those were your first symptoms.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had a how you got to clear your throat all the time,
hmm.
and I just I was like, oh man, I'm catching a cold. I'm hoping it's just a cold,
Yeah.
and it was on from there.
Oh, wow. So did you experience the loss of taste and smell that everyone else seems to have been catching?
I developed the loss of smell. I never lost my taste, but
Hmm.
I wasn't hungry
Oh,
when it was going on. So I really wasn't eating. I was just drinking tea
mm,
and stuff. but I definitely lost my sense of smell.
Okay. So I know you said that you had gotten a call by like that Tuesday saying that you had been around someone who had COVID, but what were your feelings when you actually went to the doctor and took that test? Like, what were the thoughts that were going through your head?
Well, up here they got like testing sites. Like it's a drive through. Like
Okay.
it was kind of weird. It was like army patrol and stuff up there.
Wow.
But when I got tested, I just kept saying in my head, "I know I got it. I know I got it. I know I got it." That was a long drive home. I cried.
Mm.
Whatever you guys want to say about me, I cried because
I
I
mean,
was
you're
scared. I
human.
have an underlying kept thinking death, death, death. I thought I was like I'm not gonna make it. I got diabetes. My immune system not as strong,
Yeah.
and yeah, I just came home and I quarantined myself.
Mm. Okay. So, you have kids, right?
Yes,
And were they in the house with you?
yes. But once I found out, what? Not found out. Once I got tested,
Hmm.
that's when I just self quarantined myself.
Hmm.
I got away from everybody,
Okay.
and yeah, so I wasn't even near them through the whole experience.
Mm. Okay. That's good. That's great. Okay. So, your worst day, what was it like?
I kept, oh man, I kept puking, and then I kept having a weird dream,
Mhm.
and then like I had the body shivers and things like that. Like it's like in a cycle. I would wake up, throw up, drink some tea, lay back down, go back into my weird dream, and the body aches were just terrible because I kept throwing up, and my back is like my back gets really tight when I throw up. So that was like times six.
Wow.
Yeah. So once the throwing up started, it was just crazy.
Okay. So, what did you do to like relieve your symptoms?
I had extra strength acetaminophen.
Hmm.
I was taking maybe three of those for the fever and the pain.
Yeah.
Then I was drinking tea, lots of tea. I had, oh my god, I had so many cups of tea that don't make any sense. And I tried to eat, but nothing would stay down and nothing interested me when I was trying to eat.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So,
And water, of course.
oh, yes. Awesome. So, at any point, did you have to go to the hospital or did you just totally stay home?
I was this close to calling the ambulance, but kind of a proud person, so I just toughed it out.
Okay.
And thank Alhamdulillah, I didn't have to go to the hospital because yeah, I wasn't prepared. I think I would have probably had an anxiety attack if I had went to the hospital.
Yeah. Especially with other COVID patients and you don't know if
Right.
you're gonna pick something else up and
Exactly.
yeah.
See, that's all was running through my head. So I just toughed it out.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So, what was the last day of your, I don't even know what to call it, your experience? What was that like?
Um, the last day was I just woke up and of course, I started smelling stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, my scent came back,
Hmm.
and I could talk like because at first I could not talk like
Oh wow.
how we're talking right now.
Hmm.
It took every breath of every inch of my breath to talk. If I started talking, I would I would start coughing really bad.
Hmm. So
So like
so you had like the mucus in the lungs as well.
that's what I'm yep.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the hardest part to get over because my best friend would call me and we play all day, so talking to her would be hard because I'm trying to breathe and she's making me laugh. So I couldn't really be on my phone and everything. Like I couldn't talk to my mother. My grandmother was calling me,
Mm,
and thank God they understood what I was going through.
mhm.
But I had to avoid my phone because I couldn't really talk because I couldn't breathe while talking.
Okay. Wow, that is rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely
I know your family was definitely worried about you because you're not answering the phone and they're trying
right.
to get in touch. So
Right.
I understand. Um, okay, so wh- when you were laying down, were you thinking to yourself, what are my kids going to do? Like, what's going to happen to them? Like,
Oh
what
yes,
thoughts?
definitely. That all played in my head, and yeah, that wasn't my actually my number one concern. Was my kids
Mhm.
because trying to be the best dad I can, and I'm not ready to leave them here by themselves. They're very young, so that just kept playing in my head. What are they going to do without me? How they going to learn to be men? How to all the things that a father
Yeah.
should and do think about in times like that.
Okay. All right. So I have a question. So when you heard that New York City was going on a total lockdown, what were your thoughts?
Holy crap!
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna say what I actually said, but holy crap!
I
It
mean, you
it,
can say what you actually said. I'll just bleep it out. You can
it,
say it.
it was just wild to me. I couldn't believe. I still can't believe that we're going through this. But Allahu Alam, because it's definitely teaching us. We should appreciate things. But I never thought that we would be going through something like this.
Yeah.
So it just it's still a total shock.
Mm. Okay. All right. So here's the big question. What if you could rate how the leadership here is doing when it comes to the coronavirus? What would you give?
I would say out of all the states, I would say maybe a 7
Okay.
because
And
it's still ridiculous how many positive cases are popping up, how many deaths are still popping up,
yeah.
and this is going on more than half of the year. So they most states are doing a good job to me, but it's like, come on, we could do a little bit better.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, what would you say to people who are protesting wearing face masks?
I think it's a little backwards. Yeah, we wear face masks, but when you touch somebody, no, y'all not wearing gloves out there. Y'all just wearing face masks.
Mm,
Heads not covered up, things like that. So it's kind of backwards to me. It's like you're kind of asking for it,
yeah. Got you. Yeah, because I go out with gloves and a mask. I do not
right?
wear games. Yeah, so I
So
understand where you're coming from.
tomorrow, like I'm gonna be geared up, like I have it because I go back to work tomorrow, and I'm just
Mm,
like nervous. Like, if I walk in there, boom, I got it again.
yeah. All right. We are back after technical difficulties. So my next question is, what do you think of all the people that are going out having parties? Because in DC we recently had a mass shooting because there was a party going on with over 700 people.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what do you think about people that are doing those types of things?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it, and it definitely hits because I have a few family members,
Mm,
that actually do these type of things, and I tried my hardest to be like, stay home. You can party by yourself.
yeah.
You can party with your children, but I absolutely hate it. My sister was actually at that block party
Oh
where the
my
shooting happened.
God.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
it's a little too close to home,
Very
if
close.
you ask me.
That was
And,
extremely close.
right, my
Yeah.
baby sister, and I just hate that nobody's taking it serious.
Mhm.
Even before I got it, I shut everything down. I don't go anywhere. I go to work, I come home.
Yes.
So like it's not that hard.
Hmm.
I know
Okay.
people like to party, things like that, but it's not that hard to stay home.
It's really, it's really not. I'm just being honest. It's not. But okay, cool. Thank you for that. So also, did you have any after effects after you fully recovered from COVID?
The only effect that I've noticed is, I'm not as limber on my feet. I'm not, able to move around like I normally would because,
Mhm.
I've been laying down for 3 weeks. And then, my body strength just got to get back to the way it was,
Mm.
before everything went down.
Okay. All
But
right.
that's the only thing I've noticed so far.
Okay. Well, thank God. Thank you.
Right. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yes, yes, yes. Because it could be way worse and
Way worse.
way worse. So my next question for you is, how do you feel about governors and leaders trying to send the children back to school so soon?
I don't like that either. It's everything. They're trying to move too fast.
Mhm.
Like they just want to just throw everything back in the pack. It's not gonna work,
Mhm.
especially with the numbers the way they are. There's no flat line, and it's getting worse pretty much. I saw on the news. I think 96 kids got infected on their day back at school, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
That is.
So I definitely can't give. They definitely need to stay home
Mhm.
until this is either eradicated or at least controlled.
Okay. So you're definitely not taking your kids to school. They're
No,
definitely
definitely not.
in home. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. Keep them safe because they
Hmm.
are our future.
There you go.
Hmm. So my next question and my final question, what would you say to everyone, you know, partying and not wearing their face mask, and what advice would you give to people right now that you survived?
Definitely, please follow the CDC rules because it's definitely important.
Hmm.
I followed the rules and I still got it. So
Yeah.
please just be careful and try to at least tone down your outings and stuff. Get what you need. Go back in the house. You like I said, you got kids. You can party with your kids. If not, you can party with yourself.
Mhm.
Just be safe because like everyone was saying when it first started and it was pissing me off. It's real. Like it's
Yeah.
it's definitely real.
All right. So I do totally appreciate you coming through and giving your experience on how you survived COVID-19. And I do hope that you do start to feel better and get your energy back up and,
Right.
start to feel normal.
Normal, right. And I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. So, you guys out there, please listen to these stories. I'm not just doing
Please.
this just to scare people. This is like for real. These are people's lives that are at stake. We've already lost almost 170,000 people.
Right.
Do not become one of those people. Yes.
Yeah.
So, wear gloves, wear a mask, please do the 6 foot distance because it
Yes.
could mean your life. All right. So,
No,
as
yeah.
I say all the time, stay awesome, stay safe, wear a mask. Please wear a mask. All right, you guys.